What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and today I'm going to be doing some work around the house, some listing work. I've already been doing some work around the house, been painting and renovating for the past really couple weeks. Haven't done much listing at all. I don't think I've listed anything for a week. Haven't done a whole lot of thrifting either, just because of bad weather and being busy. So I did get some good pickups though, and I just want to go over those and kind of get them listed, kind of get some stuff done today. So we're going to talk about that. It's a little disappointing. I had gotten a lot of this cleared out. I was making some progress, and then I just ended up buying a decent amount of stuff again, and going 2 weeks with barely listing anything is just, stuff's caught up to me again. Death pile is thriving. So I need to finish my room and start getting more of this listed because rummage sales are right around the corner, garage sales, and it's going to be hard to get a lot of listing done during that busy season. So where to start? Let me show you some stuff I got. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to go put it on the table. Like when I do a haul, it'll just be easier that way rather than try to look at it in here. Okay, so here's some of the stuff I picked up recently. I'll show you. Actually, some of it I picked up years ago. I was in my storage and I just saw this on the shelf and I'm like, I need to probably get this listed. I've had it for like 6 or 7 years. And I remember when I bought it, it actually still had the sticker from Goodwill, one of the old Goodwill stickers for $5.99. So I know I paid that much for it. And I remember it was only selling for like $40 at the time. But I've noticed the Garfield stuff has been going up in value. So I was like, let's check it out. Yeah, some of these are selling for like $200. And this one's in amazing condition. So it's one of those situations where I'm glad I was reluctant to list it right away. The reason I didn't list it right away, honestly, was because I was like, I need a landline to test this. Back then, I tried to test absolutely everything. Now, something like this, I'll just say untested on landline, and just sell as is. It probably works. It's in amazing condition. With the box, it's still got the styrofoam and everything, so I'm probably going to try 180 or 200 on that. And I also come across this, which I had forgotten about. And this is a old Tandy Color Computer 3. Actually, let me get it out of this bag. It's in good physical condition, though. I don't know. It kind of smells smoke for a moment. I don't know if it has some cigarette smoke smell, but it's got some games, it's got controllers, it's got some wires. I remember there was a certain cable I needed, one of the older ones, to hook it up to an old TV, which I'm going to try to get this tested today. So we'll see if it actually works. But I paid $40 for it. I think the price tag is right there. I think I can sell, this with the games if it's working for like $400, $500, something like that. Now, the reason I didn't sell it after I found it was because I collect old video game systems. I don't really care about the Tandy Color Computer though. So at this point, I think I'm ready just to sell it. It's just been in a death pile because I never decided if I wanted to keep it. So I need to get this converted to cash. I need to get the Garfield phone converted to cash. I think it's some good times currently right now to get these sold. And then down here I picked up for $25 this train set. This is a Lionel train set, and it is the Ace Hardware Special, which I couldn't find this exact one on eBay. It seems like maybe I found one on Terapeak when I was searching. But what I did notice was there is some different kind of Ace Hardware sets selling new for like $200, $250, something like that. Just not this exact one. Now this has all the pieces. I've counted them. And it even has extra pieces. These really long track, they don't actually go with it. And I noticed that it seemed like 4 of these I was selling, going to get like $30 for, $40 for. It's like maybe a piece got knocked off or something. So I'll probably sell this longer track separate, actually. I just had no idea that was going to be anything extra. This is something I probably won't test. Maybe if I really get the itch to set it up. It just takes so much time to set these up and test them. I'd rather just price them a bit lower and just stay in the listing and not tested. So what I did with the last, I just sold a Lionel train set like that, and it sold very quickly for $125. And honestly, I think I'll try $125 on this one just to make sure. I don't know if it will sell for that. Also, these came with it, and these are not Lionel. What brand? It looks like UMD. I looked them up. I think they'll sell okay. I'm going to sell all 3 of these separate together, probably for like $30, $35 plus shipping, something like that. So that'll pay for the train at least. So I think that's going to be a pretty good profit maker in the end. And here's a Bose unit. I got this for $20. And most of this stuff is just local buys that I picked up over the past week or so. Has the remote. This is a very old Wave model, and it doesn't have a CD player built into it. I thought it did. You see comps for this model anywhere between $60 to $100 plus shipping with the remote working. Now, the ones that I saw for $100, I could have swore they had a CD player, but it's the same model. So maybe it was the same model and they added a CD player and didn't change the model, which is usually weird. Also, I hope you can see this okay. It's so weird when it's actually sunny. It makes things darker. It's very annoying when you're trying to record a video. But I'm hoping to make at least $30 profit on the Bose. Of course, Bose sells very well. Glad to pick that up. I also got this sealed Scooby-Doo figure. I paid $25 for this. The comps on eBay were looking pretty decent. I saw some sell for around $75. I think I'm going to price mine $79.99 plus shipping at first just to see if it sells. I think it could. I always say you can always lower the price, right? Here's something I got from a reseller friend he picked up, who doesn't sell on eBay. So he sold it to me for $25. This is a movie, Rad. I've never seen this movie. I might have to just watch it because it's in my time period, though I might start watching it and realize I did watch this when I was younger. Anyway, this is a rare VHS. It's actually, might be able to sell this for $75, I'm thinking. So everything's in good condition. I mean, the case has a little bit of damage, but the cassette's in pretty good condition. We'll get that tested and hopefully make $35 profit in the end. And I also picked up this Budweiser shirt. Now I paid $35 for this. It's a vintage 1992 Billiards Budweiser shirt. I saw one that sold, I think it was $65 plus shipping. There was one listed, I think, for $100. This is an extra large. It's a good vintage size. It's in great condition. Content on it's good. So I'm going to put mine at $100 also. $100 plus shipping, since they don't share the same size on eBay, so we're not really competing, right? I do think at some point that will sell, and I should make around $35, $40 profit, just double my money. Then we got some shoes, and I paid, oh boy, I think $20 was it for the Pumas. They're brand new with tags. They got the tissue in there, or support paper. I don't know what it's called. I mean, they're not phenomenal. I should make about $25 profit on the end, but they're easy to list and sell, so I'll pay $20 for something like that. And I ended up paying $25 for these kind of rare Adidas shoes, and it looks like I can sell these between $75 and $100. So yeah, I was willing to pay up on them. They're a decent condition shoe. So a lot of Adidas don't sell that great, but some models do, and I've made some good money on them, so we'll give those a shot. Then I picked up some work boots, and I got some Red Wing boots here. The Red Wings I paid $15 for. They're not as good as I thought. They got some wear, which, I mean, on the toe, which I can clean up, but yeah, this model just wasn't selling like some of the others that great. Comps, or the sell-through rate just wasn't great. But they will sell at some point. They're size 13. They're a good size. I'll probably try $40, $50 on those. End up making some money in the end. Then I got these Cove boots. And I wasn't sure exactly what these were going to sell for. I think I paid $15 for these, and I believe I can also sell these for around maybe $40, $50. They're in good condition. They're just a little dusty. They're vintage, kind of combat boot look. And then I got some fishing reels, and I think this is a good buy. I ended up paying $150 for them. I'm really hoping I'm not missing something, because some of these models, when you look at comps, they're just everywhere, and there's very tiny things that determine the price, like how many screws. Some models, like some of this one, the Ambassador 5000, I saw some comps, around $300, $400 in good condition, but the ones that were actually selling, I think they had like a little fish right there. Like this one doesn't. So I really don't know. There's another one in here, right? So there's two of them. Both of them are slightly different. I still think, those could be $100 a piece. So paying $150, once we go through all these, it's going to be pretty good. Because there's some other Ambassadors here. Not this one. This one's what is that? Millennia 5. I think that one was about $75. I think I can sell it for. Some of these, I think the lowest one was maybe this one. I was going to try to sell for like $30. I think this one was a $100 reel. And then there's some more that came with this bundle. I'm just going to sell these for parts. They're not in that good a condition or not super valuable. I might get $30 for that bag just being sold as is. But I'm going to shoot for $200 profit in the end on these. I think it's very possible. I don't get to buy fishing reels very often because there's just so many people looking for them and buying them. And some of them can be worth a lot. I think there's a gold version of this that sells for over $1,000 I saw. That's something I'm going to have to get listed this week. I don't know if I'm going to list them today because I kind of want to go through and clean them a little bit before I list those. So probably something I'll do this week. Yeah, but there's some of the things I've picked up locally, some of the things I found. I'm going to try to list some of these today. Right now, I'm looking for things I can list fast and easy, which isn't necessarily great when you have a death pile. That's how death piles get formed. You list the easy stuff, you list the most valuable, and the stuff that's harder to list, you keep pushing back and back. Ends up in totes for years. Sometimes it works out with the Garfield phone. I'm probably going to make a lot more money than if I would have sold it back then for $40 or $45. But I don't recommend holding on to stuff like that. Like I do. Sometimes it just happens that way. It's not planned. So I got some questions about how I list shoes. Of course, I use the Amazon Basics photo box. I've just recently made a video in November where I reviewed it. It's my favorite photo box by far. Watch that if you're interested. I also like to add a ring light just for extra frontal light since there's no light, right here. But then I use a shoe riser. I like to take photos of each side. I just take one photo, turn around, one photo, take a photo from the front, photo of the back, photo of the top. Always take a photo of the tag because sometimes you just accidentally make an error putting in the listing, the size in the listing. And I've had people say, hey, the size tag shows this, your listing shows this, which one's right? Obviously, I try to make that not happen, but it's just good to confirm by taking a photo of the tag. It also gives more information to the buyer. And then I just turn them upside down and take a picture of the bottom of the shoes and we're ready to go. I also got this Nerf gun, this Nerf Vulcan. This is one I got at a garage sale like 5 years ago. Actually, I have another one I just recently picked up at Goodwill, mostly for parts. I've already sold 2 of these this year, so I need to get the one that I've actually bought 5 years ago listed and sold. So I found that in storage. It's in great condition. I remember it worked. This stack of jackets used to be a lot higher. I got about 18 jackets listed, but I found a decent amount in the past couple weeks, so it's starting to grow again. It's crazy just how there's always stuff to do, right? And I do list a lot in general. It's just this week I haven't because I've been busy with other stuff, unfortunately. Got this tote of shoes here, which this tote all needs cleaned. So usually what I do is I throw the ones I have to clean in a separate tote, and then at some point I'll go through and I'll do it all at once while I'm watching TV or something. I don't like to just get everything out to clean one shoe and then put everything back, right? I like to do a bunch at once. Got stuff like this big loader here, which I got to count the pieces for or end up listing and parting it out. Just got some loose miscellaneous things. Like a lot of these totes are miscellaneous things that just get pushed back further because they're not as worth as much, or I was just too busy and never got them listed. And I found more and more stuff because, I'm going to garage sales and rummage sales and they just get pushed back. Like, I don't even know like what's even under like this shoe tote here. Oh, okay. So I got a baseball glove. I got this. Let's just get this listed. That'll be really fast and easy. You see how my mind works? That's not the way I should be thinking. When I'm in a hurry, I just want to get some things listed. That's kind of how it goes. Like this Garmin, I mean, I do have to test that. Paid 50 cents for that. For a minute, I thought it said $50. I know I didn't pay $50. Couple gloves. I mean, baseball gloves have been selling. I need to get those listed. Here's a Swoops. I thought I had sold all my Swoops. Yeah, I just shipped out one of those last week, actually. These dolls, some magazines, little game. Yeah, this stuff came from a rummage sale. I can actually remember buying some of this stuff. Here's one of these anatomy toys, which aren't worth a whole lot. This came in a lot. I just didn't throw it away because I thought maybe I could sell it for like $12 or $15. That's the kind of stuff that can take up a lot of space and time. A lot of it's not intended to even be bought, right? Stuff like this. I mean, this was actually selling for $40 or $50, but sometimes you just see stuff for 50 cents and you just buy it because you can make money on it. And I'm thinking these gloves were super great. Got this tile cutter as well I need to get listed because it's big and sitting there. It's going to be easy. Got my old PlayStation 4 I need to sell. It's got the Grand Theft Auto 5 box, which is actually going to make it sell pretty decent, I think. I even got the game still sealed. Owning a PlayStation 5, I don't really need it, so I'm just going to sell it. This Swoops helicopter has a little bit of damage on its chin there. I'm probably going to price this one $19.99. It's also got sounds like, I don't know, like a little piece of sand or something flopping around on the inside. Stuff like that I will disclose in the description. I guess I could get a screwdriver and take it apart and try to get the little sand or little pebble or whatever it is in there out, but it's just too small of a sale for me to really care. I'd rather just mention it. Someone's probably not going to care that that's happening, but there's also people who will care very much that it is happening and leave bad feedback, you know, if they get it and something's rattling around inside. But the last one of these I sold for $35, so I'll probably price this one just $19.99 plus shipping. It still should sell fairly quick. And I only paid 50 cents for this one at a rummage sale, so we'll still make great profit on it. I got the Tandy set up. We're about to see if it works. Hopefully got it set up right as far as I know. We're going to power it on, see if it turns on. I don't even know where you turn this thing on at, to be honest. I got Super Pitfall in there right now. Is that the power? I can't see. It does say power. It's a... wow, annoying place if you wanted to put it inside of something. You got to reach back there and turn it on, but let's see. Uh-oh. Doesn't, well, it does look like it's working. There it is. It's looking weird kind of through the camera, but that's just because of the camera. But yeah, it seems to be working fine. Let me hook up a controller and make sure those work. Controller is working. Oh, stuck behind a wall. Jump! One-handed Tandy computer action right here. Let's go down this ladder. Yeah, wow, that's just a setup, right? You just put spikes right below there, the ladder. That's old school gaming for you, but it works. I'm quite happy. I'm gonna go ahead and test all the games, the other controller, and then I can sell this for premium dollar, I think. So surprisingly, everything works. Both controllers, tested all the games. One of them I had to blow in a lot to get the dust off, but then it worked. This is gonna be quite a good sale in the end. Probably, I imagine pricing this $500 or $600 for the whole set here. I'll have to do some research when I go to list because I might sell some of the games separate. I don't think games sell very good by themselves, so they'll probably just get lotted together with the Tandy. But this certainly was an awesome find. So I got a pretty healthy pile here of stuff to list. If you haven't caught any of my videos where I talk about how I list, I like to take the photos, put it on the couch, bring my scale and tape measure in here, and then I turn on the TV, entertain myself, and just casually list this stuff. Keeps the stress levels down, having something else to occupy your mind like a TV or a radio. Because let's be honest, listing isn't the most enjoyable thing in the world. Should be at least over $400 profit there though in this stuff. Probably closer to $500 honestly. That's going to be the video, everybody. I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully I was able to show you some things that were entertaining or interesting. I'm going to go park myself on that couch and try to get some of these listed now that I've got them photographed. Before you go, make sure to hit that like button for me. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.